Second time now in this quarter, Woody, that you've had a defensive pass interference on a ball that was kind of underthrown.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was bail out, you're the wide receiver and the quarterback there.
They started at the 31, so that makes that an 11-yard penalty.
So the ball is going to move up to the 42-yard line of Huntington's as the official finally gives the call.
It's an 11-yard penalty, though. That's kind of strange.
So first down and 10 from the Huntington 42-yard line. 4:24 left in this opening quarter. 3-0 Knights, and the officials blow the whistle prior to this first down snap.
Are we talking about how far we moved the ball? I think Billy Seals is. I don't know if the officials are listening, but he's got their attention right now. He's like, we were at 31, now we're at 42 on pass interference.
Yeah. And so the false start in there as well.
They should be at 46. Yeah. The original line of scrimmage was 31, so I don't know. He gets an explanation. Referees say they're good, so we're good.
All right, so the ball will stay at the 42-yard line on the near hash for first down and 10. Same formation, 2 wide receivers to the far side and 2 backs to the left of Locko in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, and it's a QB keeper himself. Locko bursting up the middle as he spins forward and dives just shy of midfield. A good first down run from the quarterback, Gavin Locko.
Their 2 ends combined on the stop. Logan Fisher, 52. Justin Hutchinson, 56. But he goes about 270, does Hutchinson, a big defensive end.
The run for Locko goes for 7 yards to the Huntington 49. It'll be second down and 3 with under 4 minutes left in this opening quarter. First drive of the ball game offensively for the Highlanders, creeping into Cabell Midland territory. Same formation again, except the 2 running backs are to the right now of Locko, who's in the shotgun. And he'll take the snap, he'll roll out to the right, he'll keep it himself. Locko calls his own number again as he wrestles forward, and he's got a first down into Cabell Midland territory.
Big block there by Curtis Jones out in front of Locko, clearing the way for him before the stop was made by 21 outside linebacker Tevin Taylor.
Back-to-back quarterback runs from Gavin Locko, able to get Huntington its first true first down. Got the defensive pass interference to help move along the drive, and Locko with back-to-back runs to make it first down and 10 into Cabell Midland territory at the 46-yard line. The ball is placed right on the H, the Huntington logo here at Bob Sang Stadium, as the carry will go, a handoff from Locko to Jones will go for no gain. Might have got a yard actually on a carry up the middle.
20
Jackson.
27 in on the tackle was Cannon Lewis, along with, again, 56, Hutchinson. So Jones, who had a little bit of a foot problem last week at the end of the first half, still played some in the second half and practiced yesterday, is in there at running back.
Second down and 9. They'll give a yard to Jones at the Midland 45. Locko back to pass, looking near side over through Scout Arthur, his intended wide receiver. It's incomplete, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, he was open. 28 was late getting there on coverage, and that's Julian Grace, the son of many Herd fans will remember John Grace played for the Herd and had a long career in the Canadian Football League. Julian Grace, just a sophomore, number 28.
Clock stopped. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in this opening quarter. 3-0 Knights after an opening drive field goal from Olivia Charles. Huntington facing a 3rd and 9 from the Knights 45. 3 receivers to the near side as Locko takes the snap. He'll step up in the pocket, nowhere to go as he backpedals, looking, will throw near side, pass not hauled in, off the hands of the intended wide receiver Noah Wainick, and it's 4th down.
Hit by number 13, Dominic Schmidt, just as the ball got there.
Good initial defense, Woody, that time by the Cabell Midland defense. Locko wanted to step up to run. They blocked the middle off. He tried to escape back out the back door, and nothing was there. He tried to throw it to Wainick. Tough play to make. And the Knights get a stop on 3rd down to force the punt unit to come out for the Highlanders. Good snap. The punt is away. It's a high, booming punt that is fielded inside the 5-yard line. Good special teams coverage here from the Highlanders as they're going to drop the return man just passed out the 5-yard line.
Curtis Jones there and Tyree Smith right behind him to make the stop on number 23, Chandler Schmidt. Nice punt there by Arthur.
Yep, good punt from Arthur.
Really the first time he's been asked to punt this year.
And he pins the Knights back at the 6-yard line where Cabell Midland will take over for its second series. That field goal from Cabell Midland on the opening drive ends what was 7 consecutive scoreless quarters from the Huntington High School defense and ends an 85 unanswered scoring streak as Wolf, the quarterback, will hand it off to Jackson Fetty on a fullback dive in between the hashes. He'll be tackled maybe after a gain of a few.
David Bradshaw with the stop there. See how much they do give him. I think about a yard. Well, maybe a yard and a half. Give him 2.
With a gain of 2 will make it 2nd down and 8 from the Knights' own 8-yard line. A minute 35 and counting here from Bob Sang Stadium in the first quarter.
Huntington needs a stop here with Cabell Midland backed up so they can get the ball at midfield.
Wolf will hand it off to his fullback Fetty in between his guards, trying to run forward. Is going to be pushed back by a couple of Huntington linebackers, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, Tyree Smith in there along with Gavin Atkins. They were trying to rip the ball out.
Gain of 3, 3rd down and 5 at Cabell Midland's own 11-yard line. Big 3rd down early in this football game toward the end of this first quarter. We're under a minute left in what is just the 3rd offensive drive of this first half. Wolf under center, 1 wide receiver split out to the far side. A man comes in motion as a slot end on the far side, and Wolf will look over to the sidelines to check the play call. Down to 3 is the play clock. Wolf will get it off in time as he hands it off to his fullback again. Running up the middle is going to be pushed forward past the 15-yard line. Should be enough to move the chains.
.54, Josh Pauley. 10, Tyree Smith, both combined on the play.
About a 3, maybe 2.5 second difference between the game clock and the play clock, so Cabell Midland will need to run one more play in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10 now from the Knights' 18-yard line. Ball on the far hash. 1 wide receiver split out to the far side. Wolf's the quarterback under center, and he'll hand it off to Fetty up the middle again, and he's stuffed and pushed back. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. And that brings the first quarter to a close. 3-0 Cabell Midland, a long 13-play, 68-yard drive, the opening drive that went over 7 minutes, capped off by Olivia Charles' field goal as the Knights on the board and out in front of Huntington 3-0 after 1 quarter of play. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything in the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Turn something into a play.
Back for the second quarter here from Bob Sang Stadium in what is a beautiful Friday night here in Huntington, West Virginia. The sun is set, the lights are on, and they're on 2 of the best Class AAA teams. Huntington 2-0, Cabell Midland 2-0. The Knights out to the 3-0 lead here to begin the second quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Knights' 18-yard line. Midland working right to left in the second quarter. Huntington will be left to right. offensively. Two wide receivers going to split out to each side for Ryan Wolf, the quarterback who's under center. He's got a fullback straight behind him, and he'll fake the pitch to his running back, rolling out right, pressure into the backfield. He escapes one man. Will pitch it forward to his man, Mason Moran, who makes the one-handed catch, and he's got a first down up the far sideline. What a crafty play from the quarterback, Ryan Wolf. He was going to keep it himself after eluding one defender and then realized his running back, Moran, was in front of him, pitched it to him for a first down.
Must have been a penalty on the play.
Was he past the line of scrimmage when he pitched it, though? That's also in play. Let's see.
And they're going to pick it off.
Yeah.
I thought he was still behind the line myself.
I think that's what Coach Billy Seals maybe is arguing, that maybe he was past the line of scrimmage.
Gavin Atkins was bringing really big pressure on the play, and he started forward, and he kept his eyes open. He saw Moran, pitched it forward to him, which makes it a forward pass. And, it's a real heady play for 12 yards.
So first down and 10 to the Cabell Midland 30-yard line. A couple of first downs for the Knights as they've been able to move the ball out of the shadow of their own end zone out to the 30-yard line, where it's first and 10 with 11:50 left in this second quarter. One wide receiver to the near side. Wolf will take the snap, and he hands it off to Fetty. A big hole as Jackson Fetty is tripped up just past the 40-yard line. A big run for the senior fullback. Another Knights first down, third of the drive.
Amari felt a free safety, came flying up, fought off a block, and tripped Jackson Fetty up, but not before he gained 12 yards on that play. He now, this early in the game, has 12 carries for 46 yards.
Jackson Fetty is getting fed on this Friday night here at Bob Sang Stadium. First down and 10 now from the Knights' 42-yard line. Ball in between the hashes. One wide receiver split out to the near side. Wolf will take the snap. It's Fetty again. In between his tackles following his center is Jackson Fetty as he's up past the 45-yard line. It looks like he's got about 5 yards on the run. It'll be second down and 5 from the 47.
Well, right now, Cabell Midland's not doing anything tricky. They're just beating Huntington up front at the line of scrimmage, and then Fetty is strong enough to continue running. And, he's not huge, 6'2", 210, a senior, but boy, he can bring it. Last season, he had 60 carries, or last two seasons, 60 carries, 446 yards, but 13 touchdowns. So he was their man down on the goal line.
Second and 5, 10:38 and counting from the Knights' 47. Wolf takes the snap in. This run play is going to go nowhere. Jackson Fetty's going to be dropped into the backfield. The ball came out late, but Fetty was already dragged down.
James Scott with a big hit there.
No gain, third down and 5. Another big third down here. Cabell Midland's already converted one third down on this drive. This one comes near midfield. With 10-12 and counting in this first half remaining, 3-0 Knights. And what is just the third offensive possession of this football game. Second for the Knights. Huntington's touched the football once. It was a punt. One wide receiver is going to go to the near side for third down and 5. Wolf under center. Moran goes in motion, and he'll get the carry. Mason Moran up the middle, still on his feet, getting pushed forward by his offensive lineman, still on his feet, stiff arms one man, and he's going to be tackled down inside the 25-yard line near the 20.
I'll tell you what, Tyree Smith doesn't have to fight off of guys very often. That time he sure did. He had number 52, Logan Fisher, blocking him all the time. He had his hands on Moran but couldn't get free enough to break him down. Finally, coming up from the corner, Khalif Ty makes the stop, not before a huge gain to the 20. 27 yards on that one.
I think 15 of those yards would probably be credited to Fisher.
Yes, absolutely.
Pushed Moran forward for what is a big third down conversion, and the run goes all the way down to the 20-yard line where it's first and 10, and Ryan Wolf will take the snap. It goes to Fetty. Fetty running left is going to be brought down in between the hashes. There's a late flag that flew in from the near side official here as well. What's going to be about a 3-yard run, but depending on the penalty, it might come back, and it will. It's a hold on the Knights. So this holding penalty will move the ball back after what was going to be a 3-yard first down run for Jackson Fetty and the Cabell Midland Knights.
That's two penalties for minus 25 against the Midland Knights. Backing the ball up to around the 27. 1st and 17 from there.
3-0 Cabell Midland, approaching the 9-minute mark in this second quarter. 1st and 17 from the Huntington 27-yard line. One receiver to the near side. Wolf's the quarterback under center. Moran goes in motion, and Wolf will hand it off to Fetty, running hard as he's spun down near the 20-yard line. And Coach Billy Seal is frustrated here on the near sideline. Looked like maybe he wanted a penalty on the inside. Maybe a hold on that left side as to why Fetty was able to get a couple of extra yards on the run. It's going to be a 7-yard run to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 20. See if the Highlanders can hold the Knights to 3. Did it on the opening drive. Trying to do it here for a second time. 2nd down and 10 from the Huntington 20. Moran in motion, and Wolf will keep it on an option play. He pitches to Mason Moran on the far side, and he's cut down.
Maury Felder sliding in there from free safety again, making the tackle right about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. That's a great play because it looked like they had some blocking down the sideline that might have led to 6.
There has been no running room on the outside the hash marks for the Knights. It's been everything in between the hashes that's worked. It goes for a loss of a yard, 3rd and 11. From the Huntington 21-yard line, the 1st down, the Knights need to get to the 10-yard line. Could be 4-down territory as well. So we'll see how Cabell Midland operates on this 3rd down and long play. Fumbled the snap as a misexchange between Roberts, the center, and his quarterback, Wolf, and Wolf just jumped right on it. It's going to be a loss of a couple of yards, 4th down now.
Well, at least he got the ball, and at least gives them a chance to think about what they're going to do here. Maybe lost a yard there. The ball's back at the 22 now, but recovered the fumbled snap. So on 4th and 12, you're at the 22. That would be about a 40-yard field goal, and it looks like the Knights will go for it.
4th down and 12, under 7 minutes left in this opening quarter, or in this second quarter, the opening half. One wide receiver split out to each side. There's 2 slot ends on each at the end of each line of scrimmage as Wolf's back to pass, looking into the end zone, far side end zone, knocked out of bounds, incomplete. And Huntington gets a 4th down stop on the Cabell Midland offense.
Khalif Ty with great defense back there. I'll tell you, that sophomore looks like he's been playing at this level for 4 years. He's been unbelievable. Yep. He's already got a couple interceptions. This is about his 12th or 13th tackle. Another pass broken up for him. He has really played great.
Chandler Schmidt was the intended wide receiver. He was in that far corner of the end zone, but Ty made the good play, and Huntington gets the stop. And we'll take over with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in this second quarter. 1st and 10 from its own 22-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side for Laco, with the running back to his left in the shotgun, and whistles blow prior to the snap. Maybe a timeout?
Not sure. It seemed like the Cabell Midland head coach was very animated as he stormed up the sideline. They obviously weren't in a look that they were really feeling comfortable about.
So timeout Cabell Midland.
Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And Kindred Communications. Radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience.
And will take the snap. He hands it off to his running back. And running hard and being tripped up is Jackson.
And I think in the backfield was 66 Nemo Roberts. their 3-year starter, 6'1", 265-pound senior.
My apologies. It was Curtis Jones that got the carry.
So he'll get about 3 on that. That's 2 carries for 4 yards. He's your tough guy inside. I mean, they've got plenty of speed backs they can go to, but he's the one guy to grind out yards like Fetty does for Midland.
2nd down and 7 from the Huntington 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side for Locko. He'll look on a slant. He's got Wainick over the middle. Noah Wainick breaks the tackle, crossing the 50, the 35-yard line. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Highlanders. A 70-yard slant pass from Gavin Locko to Noah Wainick, and the Highlanders take the 6-3 lead.
Yeah, 75 yards right down the middle. I watched them practice that yesterday. Billy Seals saw that when the corner snuck up there from the outside, Mason Moran, the free safety, was coming in a blitz. The middle was wide open. All they had to do was run the post, and they practiced that play at least a half dozen times yesterday in their Thursday walkthrough, so they knew they could hit that.
As soon as Wainick broke the tackle, I think everybody at Bob Singh Stadium knew it was going to be a house call for Noah Wainick. Bad snap. It gets down, though, from Scout Arthur, and the kick from Johnny Yaya is straight through. And the Highlanders answer with a big 75-yard pass from Gavin Locko to Noah Wainick. Wainick did a lot of it after the catch on the quick slant route from his junior quarterback, and the Huntington Highlanders up 7-3, 5:42 left in this second quarter. We'll step aside for
the need to try to be like somebody else or try to like one up somebody else. You know, in my generation, it was keeping up with the Joneses, and I think that can be distracting. But I think that students, kind of like you were talking about earlier, I think that creating your story, that every person's unique. So like if you can tune out those other things, like there's room for you to be you and for you to do your thing, and it all fits together like a puzzle.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington. A fun, casual.
Facial surgery. To learn more, visit mtstateons.com. And go Highlanders. The Drive with Paul Swan, weekdays at 5. Huntington Highlanders football now on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
After the Huntington touchdown, the kickoff return from Alex Smith was fielded at the 1-yard line. He brought it all the way back out just shy of the 40-yard line, but I think there was a flag on the return. It was a good return from the running back Smith, but it's going to come back.
Yeah, 39-yard return, but it's a block in the back. So Billy Seals says move him back.
The touchdown pass by Gavin Locko is his 4th of the season. Noah Wainick with his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season as well. It's a 10-yard penalty, a hold against the Knights, so the ball will be spotted at the 22-yard line. That's where Cabell Midland will take over in its own territory with 5:31 left in the second quarter.
See if they open it up now and try to hit the big play to answer Huntington.
One wide receiver to the near side as a man goes in motion, and Wolf will hand it off to his fullback who's got room. It's Moran. Moran slips past the tackle, still on his feet as he's tripped up just shy of midfield. Mason Moran with a big answer as the speedy running back was one broken tackle away from being in the end zone himself.
Yeah, he takes it out over midfield, so 29 yards on that run.
Goes to the 49-yard line of the Highlanders, and just like that, Cabell Midland's back in Huntington territory with under 5 minutes left in the first half. 7-3 Highlanders. Wolf will take the snap. The handoff goes to Fetty. Fetty up the middle is going to be dropped just shy of the 45. Gain of about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Keep in mind, too, if you're just joining us, Huntington deferred the football to the second half and will receive the third quarter kickoff. So this is an important drive for Cabell Midland to try to get some points here before the half, trailing 7-3. One wide receiver is going to come to the near side. Wolf's under center. Moran goes in motion. Wolf will keep it himself running right outside the far hash mark, puts his head down, and will be dropped right at the 40-yard line.
Jordan Price, 33, linebacker, along with Donovan Garrett in on the stop.
Gain of 5, 3rd and 1 at the Huntington 40-yard line.
3 carries, 21 yards, 3 carries, 15 yards for quarterback Ryan Wolf. He doesn't run a lot, but he is very effective when he does.
Same formation for the Knights on 3rd and short from the Huntington 40. He'll hand it off to Fetty. Fetty's got room, running outside the near hash mark, still on his speed before finally being brought down. Amari Felder got him by the shoulder pads as Fetty takes it down inside the 25-yard line.
Flag down at the 31.
Yep, this might come back.
Normally that in the area of hold or a block in the back. Sure
Block in
enough.
the back, yep. So that's going to bring back what was a big 3rd down run from Fetty that would have given the Knights a 1st down.
Yeah, it would move the ball 16 yards, but block in the back, and it'll be 10 yards from wherever the block was. So that's a 30, so.
Ball was at the 40-yard line on the run.
Now it's back at the 40. 3rd and 1 again.
It's going to have to be, well, yeah.
A good play. They hooked the Huntington end inside. Nice job by the tight end, kicked it in. There was really nobody out there except Amari Felder to make the stop.
Because of the spot of the foul, it remains 3rd down and 1. Wolf will take the snap and hand off to Fetty. Fetty running near side, bulldozes one defender and is going to be tackled down inside the 35, down to about the 33. It's a 1st down for the Knights.
Yeah, he ran over Zaza Jackson, the freshman, who, dripping wet, probably doesn't go the 170s he's listed at, but you don't run over Tyree Smith very often. So 8-yard gain to 32 and another 1st down. 16 carries, 72 yards in the game for Fetty.
3:20 in counting left in this first half. Huntington 7, Cabell Midland 3. Ball on the near hash for 1st down and 10 for the Knights at the Huntington 32-yard line. One wide receiver split out to the near side here as Moran goes in motion. Wolf will hand it off to Chandler Schmidt. He's got a gaping hole. Chandler Schmidt's not going to be caught. Touchdown, Knights.
Wingback came inside on the run. No one took him. They were flowing with the quarterback and with Fetty going the other way. He came back. At Winfield, we used to call that belly 4, reverse at 7. You just fake like you're going one way. You bring a single guy back, and what a great run there by Chandler Schmidt. Wide open, nobody touched him.
You fall in love with the Jackson Fetty fullback dive so many times they catch you off guard, do the Knights.
Yep.
And it results in 6. Olivia Charles on for the extra point to extend the Cabell Midland lead. Good snap, the hold is down, and the extra point is through the uprights, and the Cabell Midland Knights answer the Huntington touchdown with one of their own to regain the lead 10-7 with 2:56 left before halftime. Big score, big.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Charles will boot it away. It's a low squib kick that bounces first at the 35. It's going to be Harrell to field it at his own 15-yard line. Jukes past a few defenders. He's up past the 20-yard line before being tackled.
Yeah,
just shy of the 25. Got a couple of yards.
Got back to the 23 more or less, making the tackle for Cabell Midland was number 6, Zach Ramsey.
So Huntington will take back over, first down and 10 from its own 22-yard line with 2:49 left before halftime, trailing by 3 now. Cabell Midland showing on that offensive series, Woody, they can go quick, they can go slow when they need to. They went quick there, 2 minutes and 35 seconds to get 6. And it puts the Highlanders down 3 points. As Huntington back on offense, Laco takes the snap. Looking far side, overthrew his intended wide receiver, Noah Wainick, on the far sideline. It's incomplete, second down and 10.
Pretty big cushion by Dominic Schmidt, the cornerback. He gave him about a 10-yard cushion if the ball had been thrown on time. I wasn't sure that someone came off the line before the ball was snapped, one of the receivers, but they didn't catch it.
Second down and 10 from Huntington's own 22-yard line. Ball on the far hash. Trips to the near side, one receiver to the far side for Laco, who takes the snap. He'll roll out to his right, looking deep. He's got a wide-open receiver, but Laco overthrew his wide receiver. It was Zaza Jackson, the freshman, who was able to sneak behind the Cabell Midland defense. Laco just overthrew him.
Yeah, the free safety, Mason Moran, was trying to run and catch up, but Jackson, had that ball hit him in the hands, it would have been an easy 6.
So back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10 from the Huntington 22-yard line. 2:36 left in this opening half. Knights leading the Highlanders 10-7. Same formation on 3rd and 10, with trips to the near side. Jones, the running back, to the right of Laco, who takes the snap. Drops back, looking downfield, far sideline, overthrew Noah Wainick. Double coverage on the far sideline. The ball was thrown out of bounds. It's incomplete, 4th down.
I don't know. C.J. Crawford went deep 3 times. He had the man open one of those 3 times, and they didn't connect. But now you have to turn around and give the ball right back to Midland after they've scored and have them up already 10-7.
Chandler Schmidt will go back for the Knights to be the punt returner, as Scout Arthur comes on to do the punting duties for the second time. He'll punt this evening. Had a good punt that pinned the Knights inside its own 10-yard line, and Arthur will have to punt from his own 22 here. Schmidt's back to his own 38 to receive the punt. Good snap, and the Arthur punt is a high one that is going to bounce in Cabell Midland territory, about the 48. It's going to bounce sideways and rest right at the 48-yard line where it bounced. And that's where Cabell Midland will take over, first down and 10 from its own 48-yard line. So good field position here with just 2 minutes and 19 seconds left until halftime.
Yeah, just a 40-yard or a 30-yard punt. So they could have really used a little more leg on that one. 2:19 to play. They've got one timeout as well.
If you're Huntington defensively, avoid giving up the big play. Don't let a back get behind the defense into that second level, especially this late in the second half, as Wolf will take the snap and he hands it off to Fetty. Fetty's got a room up the middle as he's brought down in Huntington territory past the 45-yard line down to the 44. About a yard shy of the first down marker. It's a 9-yard run, 2nd and 1. Another good run for Fetty.
He's at 81 yards now on 17 carries.
Under 2 minutes left until halftime. 10-7 Knights. Wolf under center in a bunched formation for Cabell Midland. Moran goes in motion, and a handoff again goes to Fetty up the middle. And it'll be tackled down past the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that time the tight end was locked up with Donovan Garrett and then threw his hands up like it wasn't doing anything, but he had a huge handful of Garrett's jersey.
Gain of 5 on the run to the 39-yard line of Huntington's, where it's first down and 10. Same formation for the Knights as Wolf takes the snap and will hand it off to Fetty again, this time running to his right. Past the far hash mark, is going to be tripped up at the 35. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Smith made the stop for the Highlanders, and Cabell Midland will hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Again, running clock, minute 10 left before halftime. The Knights only with one timeout. Wolf takes the snap. He'll fake it to his fullback and now hand it to Schmidt running left. Schmidt's still on his feet, and he's finally brought down by his ankle just shy of the 30-yard line.
Went back to the well on the play that worked so well for them on the long touchdown, but that time Scott and Bradshaw closed to make a quick tackle.
Gain of 5, 3rd and 1, 45 seconds and counting left in this first half. Wolf goes under center for 3rd and 1. He'll snap it, and he'll take the snap, handed off to Moran running right. And
Very
he'll be
close.
tackled at the hash mark, right to the marker.
13, Noah Waynick coming in for that stop.
30 seconds and counting. No sign of whether it's a first down or not. And now the official will ask for the clock to be stopped at 26 seconds. So we may have to have the chains come out to determine the spot or determine whether or not this is a first down for Cabell Midland. Looks very close. It gets about the 29-yard line. It looks like the nose of the football is maybe just shy of it. Hard to tell exactly from this vantage point with one of the officials right on the football to bring the chains out to measure. And it's enough for a first down. Got it by a football. But only 26 seconds left in this first half. The ball is at the 29-yard line. Probably out of the range of kicker Olivia Charles. Be about a 46, 47-yarder from this point. So you're going to need at least 1 or 2 plays to probably get in Charles's range.
And
still have a timeout.
Clock should be running right now on the measurement. There we go.
25 and counting as Wolf will take the snap and he hands it off to Fetty, who's tripped up immediately. And see if Cabell Midland burns a timeout. He will. That's Coach Salmons burning his final timeout with 17 seconds left in this first half. The run goes to the 25.
James Scott with a nice run inside. 21 carries, 95 yards for Schmidt unofficially.
So the run to the 25-yard line gives Fetty a 4-yard carry to make it 2nd down and 6.
History of Dutch Miller Hyundai, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerHyundai.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
If you're craving new adventures, need to get back to business, or simply want to reconnect again, Yeager Airport is here to make sure your travel experience is as easy as possible. With convenient parking within walking distance of the terminal and security.
For 2nd down and 6 from the Huntington 25. Wolf will roll out to his right. Looking downfield, he's going to look back to the near side. Got destroyed as he threw the football, and the ball was overthrown to his receiver. It's incomplete, 3rd down.
Zaza Jackson and Wolf, by the quarterback pressure was coming by number 10, Tyree Smith.
Surprised Wolf got the pass off because of such a hard hit that he took as he threw it all the way from the far hash mark to really the near side numbers. And it's 3rd and 6 from the Huntington 25, 9 seconds left in the half.
Nice pass break up by Zaza Jackson. Also with the receiver was Noah Waynick, who might have had a better chance to intercept and return it.
3rd and 6, one wide receiver split out to the near side. It's Smith. On 3rd and 6, Wolf goes under center, and he'll hand it off to Fetty. And Cabell Midland just going to be content with taking this into the half. Won't pass again. And with 1 second and now none left on the clock, that is the end of the first half here from Bob Sang Stadium. The Highlanders trailing the Cabell Midland Knights 10-7 at the half. A late touchdown from the Knights to respond to Huntington big play touchdown. It was a Chandler Schmidt 32-yard run that's given the Knights the lead. Woody, your thoughts on what was a pretty back and forth first half, what we expected?
Yeah, I mean, Midland is running that dive with Jackson Fett.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
In the history of Dutch Miller Hyundai, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerHyundai.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
Let's see what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Fair, where convenience and quality meet, and now home delivery. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And KINDRED Communications. Radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
The 40th Annual Barbersville Fall Fest, Wednesday, September 15th through Saturday the 18th. The Carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Live music Friday night from Steve Ajeri, former lead singer of Journey. And Saturday, it's country music superstars Love and Theft. The Classic Car Show Saturday, arts and crafts, so much more. The 40th Annual Fall Fest, the Village of Barbersville, Wednesday, September 15th through Saturday the 18th. More at barbersville.org.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market. Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Applause to the best band in the land, the pride of Cabell County, the Cabell Midland High School Marching Knights.
Injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell, Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the marching knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
Create your stories like to leave a legend where the kids will be talking about me like 50 years after I'm gone. And like then they will start writing their own stories. Maybe my kids will want to read about what I was dealing with, what I was going through, how I encouraged myself, how my teachers encouraged me. So if I leave something for them, then it's just going to keep going, and it'll be a story that never ends. So it's the never-ending story.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
The 40th Annual Barbersville Fall Fest, Wednesday, September 15th through Saturday the 18th. The Carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Live music Friday night from Steve Ajeri, former lead singer of Journey. And Saturday, it's country music superstars Love and Theft. The Classic Car Show Saturday, arts and crafts, so much more. The 40th Annual Fall Fest, the Village of Barbersville, Wednesday, September 15th through Saturday the 18th. More at barbersville.org.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me? He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast. It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Let's hear it for the band. This time we want to recognize our Highlander cheerleaders. Tanaya Patterson.
Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland Football, always earned, never given. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette. Online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Dear West Virginia, are you craving new adventures, need to get back to business, or just ready to reconnect with the world again? Let Yeager Airport take you there with a safe and easy travel experience. Convenient covered parking within walking distance of the terminal, and short check-in and security lines. Yeager Airport is one of the most passenger-friendly airports in the country. Fly CRW, West Virginia's premier airport.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything in the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Let's see what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet, and now home delivery.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I think it feels like his kids are being jerked all over with the holds. Now there you go, Scout. That's the kind of kicking you got to do. That's 35, 40-yard punt. Somebody playing with our line?
I don't know.
Watch your line, guys. Watch your line.
Midland the ball, they go 8 minutes, score a touchdown.
Yeah, be in trouble.
Tough to overcome.
We got time. They're just now walking the captains out.
Out on the hill, the battle of the shield, battle for the shield between Cabell, Midland, and Huntington. It'll be Highlanders football to begin this second half as Cabell Midland will boot it away. Olivia Charles puts it on the tee and will kick it away from the 40-yard line.
Gonna look like a pop-up kick being set up here. Maybe even an onside kick, who knows?
Aiming toward that far sideline as Charles will send a squib kick that bounces first at the 45, and Noah Wainick fields it to the 30. Noah Wainick's got a big hole, crossing the 40 to the 35. Charles isn't going to catch Noah Wainick. Touchdown, Highlanders.
Charles did not even make an attempt.
Poor special teams execution by the Cabell Midland Knights. Noah Wainick took it on a squib kick, and there was just a wide open hole in between the hash marks. Second time Wainick's gotten past Cabell Midland and into the end zone for a long touchdown. It's 13-10 on the opening kickoff.
Boy, that was set up perfectly for Huntington. The ball took a perfect big high hop for Wainick to grab, and as he, with Midland set up to kind of stop the right side of the field, he just coasted down through there.
Johnny Yaya's extra point is straight through, and then just like that, 10 seconds into the second half, Huntington answers and regains the lead at 14.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.com.
Would have been a tough play to make.
Yes, very tough. I mean, Wainick had a full head of steam.
Good kick from Ai. That's going to run Alex Smith back to his 3-yard line. He'll let it bounce at the 1 and dribble into the end zone for a touchback, and that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line for Cabell Midland to take over.
That is about as good as Huntington can do. Score on an opening kickoff return, and then make sure that Midland doesn't get a kickoff return by Johnny Ai putting, I believe that's his 8th or 9th kick of the year into the end zone.
So 1st down and 10 for the Knights at the 20-yard line after Noah Wainick's kickoff return to the house to give the Highlanders the 14-10 lead. As Ryan Wolf goes under center, one wide receiver split out to the far side. He'll hand it off to Moran as slot back. Moran running right outside the far hash mark is knocked down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Nice stop there by Donovan Garrett and Tyree Smith.
Run goes for 9 yards.
He is so effective. I mean, he is such a good runner. And he doesn't get the ball very often, but we talked about in the pregame, averaging nearly 19 yards a return, or a carry.
2nd and 1, ball at the far hash on the 29. As Wolf will hand it off to his fullback, Fetty up the middle. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. In between the guards and right behind his center goes Jackson Fetty again for a 1st down run.
Gavin Atkins has had a ton of tackles in this game. He just continues to rack up, but Fetty continues to rack up yards. It's 102 yards on 23 carries.
5-yard run makes it 1st down and 10 at the Cabell Midland 34. Ball still at the far hash. One wide receiver split out to the near side. The carry will go to Fetty again. He's met just past the line of scrimmage and pushed back, but his forward progress will take him up to the 35-yard line. It's a run of a yard. It's 2nd down and 9.
Gavin Atkins wrapped him up, and then he got help from Bo Smith and Bradshaw taking him down and limiting Fetty to just 1 yard.
10:25 and counting left in this 3rd quarter in what's been a back-and-forth battle for the Shield. Here on the hill, same formation for the Knights. Wolf's the quarterback under center. As Moran, the slot back, goes in motion, Wolf will keep it himself running right out past the far hash mark. He'll be tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of about 5 yards, and it makes it 3rd and 4.
James Scott was hanging on for dear life there. Got some help from somebody at the other end of the scale, Khalif Ty. That's 270 pounds, 160-pound sophomore making the stop.
3rd down and 4 from Cabell Midland's own 40-yard line. It needs to get to the 44 to move the chains. Same formation again. 2 slot backs, and the fullback is Fetty straight behind Wolf, who looks over to the sidelines, now gets back under his center. Moran goes in motion. Wolf will keep it himself, and he got tripped up, maybe just shy of the 1st down marker.
Gavin Atkins with another stop. He has thrived at playing that defensive end opposite Garrett. I know when they looked at Garrett, they thought, well, that's a guy we got to block, and maybe they weren't worried so much about the other end. Josh Polley now going to replace the linebacker, Jordan Price. They get a little size for 4th and 1.
4th down and 1 from the Knights' 43-yard line. Ball's on the far hash. With 8:50 and counting, and the Highlanders up by 4 points, 14-10. Same formation for Wolf in the offense. He'll hand it off to Fetty. Fetty lowers the shoulder, and he's got a Midland 1st down.
Donovan Garrett was cut blocked there. He was on his knees. He had a hold of Fetty, but couldn't bring him down as he fell forward for the 1st down. Tyree Smith also in there as well.
It's a 4-yard run on 3rd and 1, or 4th and 1, I should say. And it's 1st down now, approaching midfield in Huntington territory. Has the feel of another one of those long drives, similar to the opening drive that was 7 minutes and 19 seconds long, but only resulted in 3 points. Same formation as Wolf takes the snap and will hand it to Moran. Moran running right. He's got room up the far sideline before he's knocked out of bounds just shy of Huntington's 45-yard line.
You never know who's going to make a big play on a particular play. That time as they ran that, the wing back picked off Noah Wainick, who was coming on the blitz from the safety position. He knocked him 5 yards away from the play, and it turned into a big play instead of a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the wing back Schmidt.
It's a run of 7 yards to the Huntington 46. It's 2nd down and 3 with 7:30 and counting left in this 3rd quarter. Wolf will take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Fetty running left. Fetty's got room. That's Schmidt. Schmidt running inside the 25-yard line, trying to chase him down is Jones, but into the end zone is Chandler. Schmidt, touchdown, Cabell Midland. A similar play from the one earlier that Schmidt scored on from break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Getting a little chippy out there.
ProSource, formerly Aaron's.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
Back on the hill as Olivia Charles's kick to the far sideline goes to Waynick, who's knocked out of bounds, and now we've got a scrum on the Cabell Midland sideline. Nothing too
The offense
big,
wanders
though.
on the field in case they're needed.
Waynick,
I just commented to you as we were going out of the break that it was getting a little chippy.
Yeah.
I know I didn't see who he was hooked up with, but 21 for Midland and Tevin Taylor, one of the Huntington players, really went at each other, and the Huntington guy threw him down, gave him a little extra hand. And so, the referees take this in hand and fix it, I hope. Don't let it get out of hand because it's very emotional. I mean, it's a big game. And
Waynick got shoved out of bounds, and that's what kind of caused the scrum. Not sure if it was a late hit or not. No penalty, though. So first down and 10 from Huntington's own 39-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. Two wide receivers to the near side, two backs to the right of Locko as Felder goes in motion and circles around Locko, and now we'll get the pitch near sideline. Felder cutting back up middle is knocked down for no gain, right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10.
Big hit by 56, Justice Hutchinson. The 6'5", 270-pound senior put a lick on Amari Felder, who definitely going to lose in the size battle there at 5'10", 190. Huntington has been able to run outside on the first two games of Parkersburg and Hurricane, but they haven't been able to get there against this team so far.
Second down and 10, 6:40 and counting. Ball in the near hash now as Locke will take the snap. A flag is thrown. The pitch goes far side. Curtis Jones, he runs over one man before being tripped up. Might have got a yard to the 40. There is a flag on the near sideline.
34, Ty Hill makes the tackle.
The penalty came fairly early, just after Locko took the snap, so could be a procedure penalty against the Highlanders here.
I believe he pitched that backwards too, so I'm going to stick with the run. It's very tricky when you're behind the line like that. See whether the ball went forward and was a pass or went backwards. So now Midland's got to decide a legal procedure.
Too many men in the backfield on second down and 10, so this will move back Huntington.
I thought with no gain there, basically, 1 yard gain, I thought they might well turn that one down.
It is declined.
Yeah.
Right on cue. There you go.
Yeah,
No, it was no gain.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got them 3rd and 10, so maybe a half yard on that play, but not much for Jones. He had to run over his own player to get the yard he got.
So 3rd and 9 at the Huntington 40, 6:20 and counting, and the Highlanders trailing by 3. Ball on the far hash mark for 3rd and long. Locko takes the snap, rolling out to his left. He'll throw a screen pass. Caught Curtis Jones. He's got a blocker ahead of him. Jones crosses midfield. He's got a first down and more. Jones runs over the safety, and he's got a first down inside the 40-yard line. Good play call.
Big time play call. it was wide open as they were sending the outside pressure. They blitzed on that play, and Huntington caught him in a perfect call to run the screen pass, and they're all the way down to the 38-yard line. So 23 yards on that play.
Pushes the ball all the way down to the 38-yard line of the Knights. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders, 5:50 and counting. Trips to the far side for Locke, who's in the shotgun, and Jones is his running back to the right. Felder comes in motion, and Locke takes the snap and with a flag. Maybe too many men in the backfield again. Nope, just a false start on the Highlanders, so
yeah,
they'll get pushed back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 43.
Huntington hasn't done a bad job. That's only their 4th penalty for minus 30 yards. They've really cleaned that up this year, and it's good to see because that nothing makes coaches crazier than illegal procedures. Though you just are like, how could you do that? You know the count. So back at the 43 now for 1st and 15. That clock seems to have an extra gear in it tonight. It is running really fast, isn't it?
Yep, it is. 5:20 and counting. 1st and 15 from the Cabell Midland 43. Man comes in motion as Locke takes the snap. He steps up into the pocket as it collapses. Dropped the football, picked it back up, spinning forward, and is going to be dropped for a loss of 2 back to the 45.
52, Logan Fisher makes the stop. Had he not dropped the ball, it actually looked like there might be a play there, but once he had to gather the ball back up, it shook his confidence, and he ends up losing a couple yards.
I don't think anybody touched it either. I think he just simply dropped the football. Yep. Luckily, it bounced right back up to him.
So a 2nd and 17 now back at the 45.
Locko's going to send 3 wide receivers to the near side. Wainick's the receiver to the far side. With Locko in the shotgun for 2nd and 17 as he drops back to pass. Looking downfield. He's got a man. It's caught. Nope. Dropped by Jackson as he got hit in the back, and there's a late flag as well.
There'll be a pass interference on 21, Tevin Taylor. Number 1 came up and made a really good hit, Alex Smith, that knocked the ball away from Jackson. I thought he was going to catch it despite the holding and maybe break it for a touchdown. But as it will be a pass interference, it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Almost could have thrown maybe 2 pass interferences. The one initially, and then as Jackson went to make the catch, kind of got pushed in the back as well. So the pass interference is going to help what was a 2nd down and 17 out a lot for these Highlanders. Clock stopped at 4:26 left in the 3rd with Cabell Midland up 17-14, walking up here the 15 yards.
5 penalties for minus 60 yards. I know Luke Salmons will not be happy with that. So Huntington gets a 2nd 1st down. That's the first time they've done that in a drive since their 1st drive of the game.
So the penalty will move the football down to the 30-yard line where it's 1st down and 10. Ball on the far hash mark. Wainick split out wide to the near side with Locko in the pistol. He'll take the snap, and he hands it off to Felder, and Felder's dropped in the backfield for a loss.
Nice play there by number 56, Justice Hutchinson. I'll tell you, Huntington's line was dominant in the first 2 games, but against the 225-pound Logan Fisher, 265-pound Nemo Roberts, 270-pound Justice Hutchinson, you've got to say that Midland is controlling the line of scrimmage right now. It should be.
Because of the 15-yard penalty, it made it 2nd and 2, and now a 5-yard loss will make it 3rd and 7. So because it wasn't enough to move the chains, it was initially 2nd down and 2. The 5-yard loss makes it 3rd and 7 now with 3:48 and counting for the Highlanders. Locko takes the snap from the shotgun, steps up into the pocket looking for room, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Didn't have time as he tried to step up and maybe run it himself and had no room to go. Might have got back to the line. It's no gain. 4th down.
Hutchinson tried to make a play there, but couldn't make the play, and so they've got a 4th down now. Got to get about 7 for the 1st down.
There's a flag back at the 18. Way a ways from the play. Clock stopped at 3:20 with the Knights up 17-14. Interested to see what this penalty is for. Maybe a legal substitution. There was no signal from the officials.
15 yards, though, going to hurt Huntington. They probably have to punt now. Or it might be third down over.
Yep, it's a personal foul.
It is an illegal substitution. You're right on that.
Yeah, I think it was a personal foul away from the play because it came from the far official here on the near sideline.
Well, he's a guy that would have seen somebody running in.
Yep.
You know, so they're saying maybe personal foul.
So this is going to move the ball back all the way to the midfield mark. It's at the 50-yard line. It's 4th down and 30, so Scout Arthur is on to punt it away for Huntington. Nobody back deep for the Highlanders, or for the Knights, I should say. Good snap, and Arthur gets it away. A nice high booming punt that is going to bounce
needs to go down to cover
at the 10-yard line. It's still going, and it's going to be fielded at the 1-yard line and stopped there. Well done. They listened to you, Woody.
My goodness, I mean, they were lollygagging is all I can think, down the field. And then Tyree Smith, about the time I said that, realized, wait a minute, we got to cover that ball. So it's all the way back to the 1. Now, we were getting on Scout Arthur about punts, but you kick it 49 yards to the 1.
Yep.
You put them inside the 20. That's perfect.
It bounced right around the 10-yard line, took a nice big bounce, and just kind of slowly came to a rest, and that's where Tyree Smith was able to recover it, and Cabell Midland backed up to the 1-yard line. That was a point of emphasis for Billy Seals coming into this matchup, win the field position, and certainly does it here late in the third quarter with 3:08 left. The Knights pinned inside their own goal line for 1st down and 10 from its own 1-yard line. It'll be Fetty up the middle, is able to get it out past the 1-yard line, up past the 5-yard line to the 6 for a gain of 5 yards.
It'd be quicker to say that Zaza Jackson wasn't involved in the tackle because everybody else on Huntington's defense hit Jackson Fetty on that play.
Gain of 5 to the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 with 2:35 in counting. Good run from Fetty to get the Knights out of the shadow of their own goal line for now. Another 1st down run here.
26 carries, 112 yards for him.
And he gets it again as he's up past the 10-yard line. He's going to have enough for another Knights 1st down. It's another simple fullback dive following his center Roberts and his 2 guards. Adkins made another stop. And a couple of runs give the Cabell Midland Knights another 1st down, approaching the 2-minute mark in this third quarter in a 17-14 football game with the Knights up 3. Bunched formation on 1st and 10 from the 12. As Wolf will hand it to Moran. Moran running to the far sideline. He's got the edge. Mason Moran up the far sideline. He's at the 40. He crosses midfield. Nobody's going to catch him for the Highlanders. There's nobody within 20 yards of him as he gets to the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland.
88-yard carry for Moran.
But there's a flag.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, once he cleared the 22 and David Bradshaw didn't have a good angle, couldn't get him, there was no one near him.
No.
How do you hit someone in the back or hold with that play going that well?
What an explosive run from Mason Moran. 88 yards, but it's going to come back because of the holding call.
Let's see what the official says here. They back the ball up inside the 10-yard line, and it's holding.
Whoever was getting held on the Huntington defense must have barked out orders from the other guys. Hey, don't run after him. That guy got held. There's the flag right there.
So the ball is all the way back to the 7-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 15.
Big change in momentum.
So the hold was at the 17, as I'm saying. Once he turned the corner, it was a touchdown.
Minute 39 as Cabell Midland takes over 1st and 15 from the 7. And it's going to be Fetty running up the gut in between the hashes again. He's up past the initial line of scrimmage on the 1st down and 15 run. He gets it to the 14-yard line, a 7-yard run.
Gosh, I'm telling you, that somebody needs to take Moran to the Steak and Shake or something and buy him an extra value meal, because you shouldn't lose an 88-yard touchdown. A nice play like that.
Second down and 8, a minute left in this third quarter. Wolf will keep it himself on a quarterback run to the right, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 20-yard line to the 19. And it's going to be third down and short, about 3rd and 3 on a 6-yard run from Wolf.
Scott and Garrett making the stop for the Huntington defense. They will have to run another play before we end the third quarter.
Yep, about a 10-second difference, 30 seconds and counting on the game clock, about 20 on the play clock. Third down and 3, ball on the far hash mark. At the Midland 19-yard line, Wolf takes the snap. He hands it off to Fetty. Fetty plunging forward. He's got a first down. Just shy of the 25-yard line. Needed the 22 and got a couple extra on the third down run.
Bradshaw and Atkins in there make the stop, but they are not stopping Fetty. He is getting 5 or 6 yards nearly every carry. He carried that ball clear out to the 25, so that's a 6-yard gain. His last, all his carries only one of them hasn't been 4 yards plus.
36 minutes in the books for the Battle of the Shield 2021 edition between Huntington and Cabell Midland. It's 17 for the Knights and 14 for the Highlanders. We'll step aside for a quick break.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Coach Salmons and the Cabell Midland football team would like to thank all of their sponsors for their generous donations this season. If you'd like to support the Knights, please email for more information. Cabell Midland football, always earned, never given.
I mean, can we get more time in between quarters?
Oh,
can we give the guys some water?
It's unbelievable.
I mean, you look away and it's the fourth quarter now. Andrew Rogers and Woody Woodrum back out at Bob Sang Stadium for what is to be a fun and exciting fourth quarter. The first three have delivered. It's 17-14. The Knights leading the Highlanders. It's 1st and 10 from Cabell Midland's own 25-yard line as they work left to right in the fourth quarter. Huntington will work right to left offensively as Wolf will take the snap for Midland, and he hands it off to Jackson Fetty. Fetty again up the gut in between the hash marks, gets up past the 30 to the 32, gain of 7.
I'll tell you what, people are going to think Jackson Fetty and Gavin Adkins of Huntington are dating as much as they've had each other in their grasp. Adkins has made double-digit tackles tonight, and most of them have been on Fetty. Another 6-yard gain. That gives him 30 carries, 136 yards.
Bunched formation for Wolf as he goes under center, and he takes the snap, and there goes Fetty again as he gets the carry, and he's shoving off tacklers, and he's up past the 35-yard line, and he's got another first down.
Tyree Smith with a stop that time. Their third first down in this drive that started back at the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 6 yards to the 37 of Cabell Midland, where another first down will come. Officials time out here with an injured Huntington player who's going to try to limp off. It's Tyree Smith. The linebacker waving for the trainers to come over. Now he just goes down. That's what the athletic trainer on the near sideline here was telling him, just go down.
I wasn't sure whether it's foot or knee exactly.
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
To find an OVP Health location near you, visit us at ovphealth.com.
If it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't be here right now, honestly.
Marshall's Thundering Herd football on Saturdays. Huntington Highlanders football now on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
After the injury timeout, Jackson Fetty with another 6-yard run up the middle. He takes it up to the 43-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 4. Tyree Smith was helped off. He seems to be all right. He's getting stretched out right now.
Cut down by Mari Felder, who took the low road to take down the big Jackson.
Wolf will hand it off to Fetty again. This time he'll run left outside the 4 hash mark before he's dropped after a gain of just a couple of yards. He's going to be short of the 1st down.
Zaza Jackson came in to help on the bottom pile, though, once again, was Gavin Atkins.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2, approaching 10 minutes and counting left in this 4th quarter. With the Highlanders trailing by 3 points. Midland with possession and a 3rd and 2 from its own 45-yard line. Every 3rd down from here on out with Cabell Midland in possession is crucial for the Huntington defense to try to get off the field. Wolf will be under center in a bunched formation, 2 slot backs at tight ends on the line, and the fullback Fetty behind Wolf. As Wolf takes the snap, he gives it to Fetty. Fetty puts his head down, and he's near the 1st down marker, running again in between his 2 guards, and it'll depend on the spot.
Bradshaw and Scott make the tackle. Where the far official came up and marked the ball, it's easily over the 47.
Yep, just past the 47-yard line, another 1st down, about 2.5, 3-yard gain for the fullback Fetty.
Fetty has run for only 5 yards in the last 2 carries. That's almost a win for Huntington. If they can chop him down to 3 yards a carry, they could sure get the ball back more often because they don't look like they're going to get the ball back anytime soon unless there's a mistake.
1st down and 10 from Cabell Midland's own 47-yard line. 9 minutes and counting left as Wolf will hand it off to Schmidt. Schmidt running left. He runs into a Highlander as he crosses midfield, and he's tackled at the 49. Gain of about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. That's the story of the game at this point, I think, Woody. Is Huntington going to get the football back? Cabell Midland's been known to run 7-8 minutes left, and if you take 7-8 more minutes off, you look up and there's going to be less than a minute left in this contest, and that's could be saying with down 2 scores.
He now has 34 carries, 150 yards. And Fetty is just pounding the Highlanders. Good to see Smith back in there, though.
2nd and 6 with the Knights in Huntington territory at the 49. Wolf will take the snap and hands it off to Fetty. Fetty again running up the left side. He's tripped up near the 1st down marker.
Zaza Jackson comes up and makes the stop, but not before he picks up a 1st down. And now I believe Jackson is still down. No.
Maybe
not
Felder?
Jackson. Yeah, Felder. You're right.
Felder shaken up on the run up the far sideline. Looks like the spots.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is...
The defensive line has not been able to get the penetration they normally get. The linebackers are making tackles, but it's 3 or 4 or 6 yards downfield.
All right, so out of the timeout, Felder helped off. Seems to be okay. 3rd and inches. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Need to get to about the 42 for a first down. The handoff's going to go to Fetty as he runs forward. He's got a first down.
Bradshaw in there along with Garrett on the tackle.
This style of running in this offense from Cabell Midland, this is a good way to drain what is a really good home crowd for Huntington. You just take the life out of the stadium.
Yes.
Running the football down the field, as Cabell Midland's been able to do not just on this drive and in the second half, but all evening. But Huntington, despite that, only trailing by 3 points. It's just going to come down to whether the Highlanders get another chance to touch the football.
They're going to have to create a turnover, I think, because otherwise Midland may march this 99 yards, and a touchdown at that point would probably be a dagger in the Highlanders.
Handoff's going to go to Fetty this time running left, and he's stopped for no gain.
That time Josh Pauley got the penetration we haven't been seeing. Hit him in the backfield. He spun ahead, but he didn't get any yards really, maybe a half a yard. But the ball was moved up one. Nice play by Josh Pauley.
2nd down and 10 from the Huntington 40 with under 7 minutes left in this 4th quarter. What's been a long night's drive here into the 4th quarter. A bunched formation on 2nd and 10 as Wolf will hand it up the middle to Fetty. And Fetty is plunging forward, and he's just shy of the 35 as he gets to the 36. It's a gain of about 4 yards, 2nd, 3rd and 6.
Tyree Smith makes the tackle. That's just it. They just keep pounding you all the time. Pound. And, you know, you can't – I don't know that there's something you can do to stop a running back in the way he carries the ball. Keeps it in there close. He's hard to tear it away from.
3rd and 6. 6:15 and counting. Can Huntington get a 3rd down stop? Wolf will take the snap. He gives it to Fetty. Fetty's met immediately. No gain. Maybe got a yard, if that.
Big time play that time as David Bradshaw shot the gap, and he got that. Josh Pauley got some inside. His man created a hole, and so they get a stop. That's the first time in the game he's been held for 0 yards.
A Cabell Midland drive that started with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter from its own 1 yard line is all the way out to the Huntington 35, where it's 4th down and 5 with 5.5 and counting left in the 4th quarter. A huge play here on 4th and 5. Wolf will take the snap. He hands it to Moran. Moran running right. Nowhere to go. Huntington trying to trip him up. Moran fighting for yardage, but he's going to be short. Huntington played the edge. They cut him off well. It's a turnover on downs for the Knights.
Really nice play there, stringing the play out. I thought maybe Felder was being held a little bit on the outside here, but nice play closing by Tyree Smith, and Josh Pauley again coming in and making a big-time play. So they tried to jet sweep, and he just picked up a yard.
And Huntington is going to get the football back with 5:23 left in this football game, trailing by 3 points. Can Gavin Locko operate a go-ahead score and drive for the Highlanders? Waynick will come in motion with Locko in the shotgun as he fakes the handoff and will keep it himself. Locko running up the middle. He's got room as he crosses the 35-yard line and is out And up to about the 38-yard line to give him a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Tackled by 27, Cannon Lewis, their Mike linebacker, just a sophomore too.
Huntington with all 3 timeouts, both teams with all 3 timeouts to utilize.
5 carries for only 14 yards for Laco.
Got to think, too, every series from here on out and every play of this drive, it's 4-down territory.
Yes.
Because Huntington is probably not going to get the football back based on what's happened. 2nd down and 6 from the 38. Laco's going to roll out to his right. Laco looking downfield. He wants the deep ball into double coverage. It's batted down and incomplete. It was Smith in coverage to bat it away from the intended wide receiver, Noah Wainick. It's 3rd down.
Wainick looked like he might have fallen on his shoulder or something. He's holding on to it. Nice play, though, downfield by Alex Smith, knocking away the pass.
The Knights have been burned a couple of times on defensive pass interference. Good coverage that time from the safety Moran and the cornerback Smith. And it's 3rd down and 6 from Huntington's own 38.
So Wainick on the sidelines for this play. Kevin Laco ran over to get the play because of the injury. Gave him time to get off the field. So play clock's only at 18. Need a 1st down here, not necessarily touchdown. Take it if it's there, though.
4:35 left, 3rd down and 6. With the Highlanders trailing by 3. Laco takes the snap from the shotgun, looking over the middle. Ball batted down as it went through the hands of Harrell on a contested pass. It's incomplete.
Alex Smith again.
It'll be 4th down. And a decision for head coach Billy Seals and the Highlanders. Trailing by 3, 4:30 left in the 4th quarter. Both teams with all 3 timeouts, but keep in mind, Cabell Midland's run the football really well and has controlled the time of possession in this football game. So if Huntington doesn't convert, it might not see the football again.
Well, they know they've got to get a 1st down here, or it's just 4:30 to play. And Billy Seals knows he hasn't been able to stop this high-powered offense of the Cabell Midland Knights. I mean, so far, 38 carries, 163 yards for.
A new day begins. And what happens today must be covered, reported, and passed on to everyone in the region we serve. We are journalists, staff writers, editors, storytellers. Who are we? We are HD Media, trustworthy and always here for the times we live in.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything in the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space at their brand.
4th down and 6 with 4:30 left in the 4th quarter. Laco takes the snap. He's looking downfield. He's pressured. He escapes. Laco's got room. He's got a 1st down. Crossing midfield, still on his feet, and he's going to be dropped in Cabell Midland territory down inside the 45-yard line. Laco improvises for a 4th down conversion.
Touchdown saving tackle by the cornerback Dominic Schmidt as Laco turned it upfield. Billy Seals is not afraid of saying he's probably our best running back. And a big 1st and 10 at the Midland 43.
A 19-yard run from Gavin Laco to move the chains. Probably the biggest offensive play from the Highlanders this evening. Approaching the 4-minute mark, Laco will operate from the shotgun as he takes the snap and will keep it himself. Jukes past one defender and is going to be dragged down right at the 40-yard line. Good play made that time by Cannon Lewis.
Came up, made the stop that time, but you'll take 3 yards. 2nd and 7. You're in, as you said, 4-down territory. That is 7 rushes for 36 yards for the quarterback Laco.
3:30 and counting in this 4th quarter. The battle for the shield coming down to the wire in a 3-point game. Midland 17, Huntington 14. 2nd and 7 from the Huntington 40.
Wainick's back out there in the offense, so you got all your pieces.
Wainick's the receiver to the near side, trips to the far side for Laco's in the shotgun. Jones to the left, he's the back. Laco will take the snap. He's looking Wainick's way, now looking to his right. He'll scramble out to the right, outside the hash mark, and he'll throw it away. Wise move from the quarterback to just throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss. Just throw it away and play the next play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 with exactly 3 minutes left in this ball game. The ball at the 40-yard line. Again, 4-down territory. Locko's already converted 1 4th down using his legs, a 19-yard run. Has 2 more downs to get to about the 33-yard line. That's the line to gain for the Highlanders. 3rd and 7. Play clock down to 12 as Locko gets.
He came over to talk to C.J. Crawford, the offense coordinator. Now they're under 7 as they break the huddle. He's going to have to hurry.
Down to 4. The offense gets to the line. 2. Locko just gets it off. Whistles blow. I think Billy Sills burned a timeout. He did.
Yes, he did.
Didn't want to waste the 5 yards and push Huntington back, so he burns his second timeout of this second half. He'll have 1 remaining.
Well, I think that's a good call. I mean,
A new day begins. And what happens today must be covered, reported, and passed on to everyone in the region we serve. We are journalists, staff writers, editors, storytellers. Who are we? We are HD Media, trustworthy and always here for the times we live in.
Been to Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews lately? Notice anything new? How about breakfast served all day? Plus burgers served all day. In fact, everything on the menu is now available from open till close. And space, a heck of a lot more space, at their brand new location in the River Place Plaza in Barboursville. Oscar's Breakfast, Burgers, and Brews. Order online at oscarsbbb.com.
He pumps. Now we'll throw to Wainick. He overthrew him. Is it picked off? No. Out of bounds, says the official on the near side. It was Chandler Schmidt who caught the football, but out of bounds. 4th down.
Yeah, very lucky there because that was close to being a pick. I think he thought he was just throwing it away. Got to get something underneath here. Maybe something across the middle. The post route that Wainick hit for the touchdown or some sort of tight end drag across the middle. Because, I mean, you don't need to go for a touchdown at this point. You're 40 yards away. You still have a timeout. You got to get to first.
4th down and 7 from Huntington's 40-yard line with 2:54 left in the ball game. Can the Highlanders convert another 4th down on this drive? Locko in the shotgun takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking far sideline. He's got a receiver. It's caught. Felder at the 15. Down inside the 10-yard line. 5. Touchdown, Huntington. Amari Felder on the receiving end of a Gavin Locko pass. It's a 40-yard strike, and the Highlanders regain the lead, 20-17 with 2:45 left.
Okay, I said it earlier, you don't need the touchdown, but take it if it's there. Felder was wide open at the 10-yard line. The corner made a bad move as he gave him a little wiggle and went outside, and Huntington has taken the lead. This will be a big extra point because it'll force Midland to score a touchdown, not just a field goal to tie.
Felder ran the corner route. Nobody counted for him in that far corner as Johnny Ayai comes on for the much-needed extra point. Good snap. The hold is down, and the kick is good. 21-17. The Highlanders respond back again to take a 4-point lead. 2:45 left in the contest. Stay with us.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Are those fresh eggs for me? He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast. It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Out, so, 60 yards to play, I keep punching.
Projects with Kenny Queens, where helpful is our business. Huntington Highlanders.
1 for the 10.
Smith.
Yep.
The kickoff from Ayai is fielded around the 10-yard line by Alex Smith, and he gets it out near the 20-yard line, and that's where Cabell Midland will take over, trailing by 4 points, in need of a go-ahead drive. A touchdown is needed for the Knights, trailing by 4.
Huge hit by Antonio Taylor that time on Smith. He really laid the leather. The freshman, he's only got a couple tackles, but they've come on special teams.
The officials spot the football at the 19-yard line, so the Knights need 81 yards to regain the lead. As Gavin Locko on a big 4th down and 7 found Amari Felder for a 40-yard score to give the Highlanders the lead. The handoff goes to Fetty, running up the middle. He's up past the 25-yard line. And a good first down run for Jackson Fetty, and the Knights will hurry to the line. They've got all 3 timeouts with 2:25 and counting. Wolf under center will take the snap again. It's Fetty running left near the left hash mark, and he's thrown down. Good defense from the Highlanders. It's going to be really, really close to the spot needed to gain for a first down, which is the 29-yard line. The official is going to mark it just shy of the first down mark. It's going to be 3rd and inches. And now the whistles blow from the far side official. They might bring out the chains to measure it here.
Well, I mean, Cabell Midland can ask for the measurement if they want. And with 2:01, you're backed up at the 28, sure. And it gives you the chance to think about the next play you want to call. Oh, the clock ran down to 2:01.
So a clock adjustment here. With
you
the
know,
Highlanders
I
up
don't
4.
know. The 2:10, that's probably closer to where we ought to be. I mean, honestly, that 27 seconds running off in 2 plays.
They will move the chain, so it is a first down to the 29-yard line. Clock running again, 2:05 and counting. Knights with all 3 of their timeouts. Trying to answer again in what's been a back-and-forth battle for the shield. One wide receiver split out to the far side. Wolf's rolling out to his right to throw. He's under pressure, throwing over the middle. Caught, but hit hard was the receiver.
Oh, my. That might be hit of the year by number 1, Khalif Ty Jr. What a pop to knock the ball clear out of number 4, Mason Moran's hands.
He laid the boom on the intended wide receiver, Moran. He had really a first down and more probably, but Ty came in, laid the boom, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 1:47 left in the 4th.
Ty's going to be so good when he really knows what he's doing. I mean, he's a youngster out there right now, just a sophomore. He's learning by the seat of his pants, but boy, is he a good player.
The wide receiver is split out to each side for Wolf, who's under center, and he'll drop back to pass. Scrambling out to his left, he wants the deep ball. It's a high floating deep ball that's picked off. Noah Wainick with the interception at the 44-yard line, and Huntington takes over.
Huntington has had an interception in every single game this season. 1 by Zaza Jackson, 1 by Amari Felder, 2 by Khalif Ty, and now Noah Wainick joins the secondary club.
An ill-advised throw from Ryan Wolf. He rolled out to his left and just kind of threw a fly ball high into the air, really to nobody in particular for the Knights. And Noah Wainick, the tall wide receiver who's already scored on a big touchdown, comes up with a big interception.
Again, they're going fine. The ball is being moved. There's plenty of time on the clock. I just don't understand that. I mean, nobody was there.
No.
Wainick was playing center field, and he easily picked that one off. Now, they do have 3 timeouts. So if Huntington can't get a first down, they'll force a punt.
Correct. 1:39 left as Locko and the offense back out trying to win this football game. The handoff goes to Jones, and Jones did lose it. Did he fumble it? Did Cabell Midland get it?
The official said no, the ball was on the ground. The referee from behind, and I thought so too.
The Knights sideline thinks they recovered the football. But I think the Highlanders pounced back onto it. It looked like a misexchange between Locko, the quarterback, and the running back, Curtis Jones.
And then a timeout by Midland, 1:18.
They didn't spot the football, but I think Jones was dropped in the backfield for a loss. He might have got back to the line.
Yeah, I'm not sure he did get back to the line. Actually, it's a pretty decent spot for Huntington.
Yeah. It's going to be 2nd down at about 10 or 11 yards.
And they're resetting the clock, too.
It'll be 1 minute and 21 seconds on the clock. Or 1:31 says the official, so a minute
No,
31.
that's way too much. There was only 1:29 when the play started.
That's what I was thinking.
That cannot possibly be right.
Oh, boy.
It's impossible. The time went forward. We went in a time machine, and we went back 2 seconds.
Everything is happening here in the battle for the Shield. We're moving time forward in a football game, and now the officials will have a discussion here.
Well, they need to talk to someone because that time is wrong, and they shouldn't make a play like that.
All right, minute 31 for second down and 11, back to the 43-yard line. Time went forward on that play as Locko rolls out to his right and will keep it himself. Gavin Locko's got room. He's got a first down and more, and he's tripped up at the 40-yard line. That might be the finishing touches on a huge Huntington Highlanders win.
That really puts pressure because now they've only got 2 timeouts, and Huntington can just about run the clock out. Great play there.
Clock stops at a minute 23. No signal for a Knights timeout.
Nice play there. He picks up 16 yards on the play in all. 17 yards on the play.
Huntington's going to be able to chew the clock down here. Cabell Midland does have 2 timeouts, a minute 15 and counting, 21-17 Huntington. The ball is at the Knights' 40-yard line. And we'll see if Huntington gets into victory formation where we'll continue to run the football.
I look for Locko to continue to run
just
a
keep it
football.
himself. Yep.
I think just keep it himself, and, they almost had misfortune on that fumble, so go with your best back, and that's your quarterback.
50 seconds and counting. Locko will keep it himself running left, still on his feet as he puts his head forward and dives near the 30-yard line.
Another big play. That's nearly a first down. Maybe he is.
No signal
No, they say he's just short.
No signal yet from the sideline for the Knights. They might just be content with not burning one of their final 2 timeouts. It was a gain of 8 from Locko.
Yep.
And the Huntington sideline is starting to feel a victory.
Yeah, we got some folks standing up in front of us because they're excited. They want to see the play because all the kids in the Mountain Dew section are going crazy right now.
About a second difference between the play clock and the game clock. It's going to go all the way down to 10 seconds. Huntington might just take a delay of game here where everybody's watching the clock to see whether or not Huntington will have a delay of game or not. They're going to get to the line of scrimmage here as Locko is there, and a flag is thrown.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait.
No, that's a bad play, okay? You can't.
The student section has stormed the sideline here at Bob Sang Stadium. Delay of game. We'll see if Huntington does have to run one play here, though, or not.
I mean, I like getting my quarterback up under center and just taking a knee there and let the clock run out.
Huntington's sideline is trying to tell the student section, stay away for a second here because the game is not over just yet.
That's only the 5th penalty on Huntington for minus 35. That's definitely been a big deal. And they're going to put a little bit of time back on the clock correctly this time. 0.7 of a second.
Yep, less than a second left until the Huntington Highlanders are going to improve to 3-0. A late go-ahead touchdown drive. It was a 4th down and 6 from Huntington's own 40-yard line. Gavin Locko found Amari Felder in the far corner. Felder scored, and the Highlanders defeat the Cabell Midland Knights 21-17. The revenge tour continues for the Highlanders.
Well, this is really well earned for Huntington. They had lost to Cabell Midland 4 straight times in the Shield games. They just hadn't been able to get off the schneid. The last time Huntington had won was 2017. Midland, they were so good the past 2 years, 5-0, 14-1, the state runner-up before that. And I'm sure when Luke Salmon looks at the film and looks at the stat sheet, he is going to have a couple of restless nights because his team dominated this game. And about 3 or 4 big plays for Huntington. A kickoff return, a long pass, a got-to-get a first down to Felder turns into a touchdown, and then the big hit to break up a pass to Moran, and then the interception by Waynick. I mean, we're 6 plays.
Yep.
Change this game from a Midland romp to a Huntington win. And as you said earlier, when they got inside the 20s, Huntington had an answer almost every single time.
The Shield returns to Huntington High School as the Highlanders defeat the Cabell Midland Knights. 3 consecutive wins for the Highlanders against teams that defeated them a year ago.
It's really unbelievable. I mean, those kids suffered last year. There's no question about that. It ate them up to go 3-9. They played Bridgeport. They played South Charleston. They played this good Midland team. I mean, Spring Valley. They played a tough schedule with a bunch of kids, but you can see the lessons they learned, and players who are young. Not to take anything away, because Noah Waynick has 2 of the biggest plays of the game. 3. He has a kickoff return, touchdown. He has a catch for a touchdown, and then he has the interception that I still don't know why Midland threw ball deep like that with nobody there. But you look at these youngsters who have become part of this. Khalif Ty with a huge hit there. Zaza Jackson, just a freshman. I mean, Donovan Garrett's only his second season to start. And how about Gavin Atkins tonight? The junior gets moved to end, and then he gets moved to the other end because Curtis Jones is banged up. And he comes through with, I'm going to guess, 15 to 18 tackles in a game. And Jackson Fetty finishes up by rushing for 173 yards. I bet that's more total offense than Huntington even has. And yet, somehow, as we talked about at half, we talk about now, Huntington wins by 4. Somehow, they found a way. This might be the best victory in Billy Seals' career because his kids wanted this one bad. They were up against it all game, and they found a way to win. And, wow, 3-0, unbelievable.
You heard it from Woody, a massive victory for the Huntington Highlanders over the Cabell Midland Knights to improve to 3-0 as the Highlanders defeat the Knights 21-17. We'll wrap it up next. The postgame show is next on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Sorry there, I just got...
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
My name is Deshaun and I am a success.
My name is Braxton and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. P-A-R-T-Y.
I was in a math test and I didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something and I got it. And I aced the math test and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, KINDRED.com.
Fourth battle. For the most part, Cabell Midland dominated this football game, as we've discussed thoroughly throughout this broadcast, but ultimately it's Huntington making enough big plays on both the offensive side and defensive side to regain the shield.
And I forgot one other big play was the punt by Scout Arthur.
Correct.
That backed them up at the 1-yard line. And even though they got the score eventually off of that drive, the thing was they used up so much time that they just, it really put them in a bind. I mean, that drive it used the last 3:08 of the third, and then it turned the ball over to Huntington with 5:23 left.
How many plays? It had to be more than 15, right?
Oh, yeah, easily more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 plays. They drove from the 1 to the far 35, and on 4th and 4, they tried to run the sweep. Moran, who's averaging like 19 yards a kick return, and had a great night tonight. He rushed 6 times for 72 yards. But he gets 1 yard when Josh Polley gets through the hole for 2 times in a row. He set up the linebackers. Polley got through the gap. The linebackers followed, made the tackle, and they held Midland to no yards for Fetty on 3rd, 1 yard for Moran on 4th. And quite frankly, that was a huge key to, because Huntington came back, got the 4th down, do or die touchdown, 4th and 7 at the 40, and somehow Mari Felder gets open for a 40-yard touchdown. And then I just, I don't understand. They've got the ball at the 19, but they get 8 on first down. They've got a first on second. Then a pass is broken up. Nice play by Ty there. But the interception, there was not a Midland receiver anywhere in the picture.
Nope.
And he threw the ball up, and Noah Waynick, who had 3 big plays in this game, makes that interception, and that was it. I mean, then Laco, a couple of runs, he near fumble by Jones, but he hung on, and I do think the official made the right call there. I thought he was down, and then 27 pulled it away while they were laying on the ground. I think that's Cannon Lewis. But then 25 yards on the next 2 runs, and they knew what was coming. Just like they couldn't stop Jackson Fetty on the Huntington side, they knew Gavin Atkins was going to keep it, and they couldn't stop him. He ran. He had a couple big runs in the touchdown drive, and then he had a couple of big runs to run out the clock. And Huntington gets an improbable, at best, 21-17 win, and their first time of having the Shield since 2017. So I can't even imagine what that locker room's right now. I think they'd drag me and you in the shower if they dared to come up here and get us.
So by my count, that Cabell Midland drive that started from the 1 yard line was 18 plays, 64 yards in 10 minutes and 33 seconds. And we weren't certain if Huntington would see the football again. But the 4th down stop, and then Huntington gets the football back and converts 2 4th downs on that go-ahead drive. But let's go through the scoring, because this scoring is eventful. It was back and forth. Cabell Midland started the football game. I've got the football. Went 13 plays, 68 yards in over 7 minutes to get a field goal from Olivia Charles to make it 3-0. The Huntington Highlanders would respond late in the second quarter. Gavin Laco on a slant pass to Noah Waynick, who took it 75 yards to the house, and the Huntington Highlanders got on the board to make it 7-3. Cabell Midland would answer on the next drive, 6 plays, 78 yards. That was capped off on the 32-yard run from Chandler Schmidt, made it 10-7 Cabell Midland. And then to start the second half, Noah Waynick with a 70-yard kickoff return made it 14-10 in favor of the Highlanders. But Cabell Midland had a response again in the third quarter, an 8-play, 80-yard drive that took up well over 4.5 minutes. It was Chandler Schmidt again, this time from 46 yards out, and Cabell Midland took a 17-14 lead. And then the go-ahead drive by Gavin Laco in the offense, 8 plays, 66 yards in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. It was the 40-yard pass from Laco to Amari Felder. Not before, it was before, or it was after, well, before the 4th down conversion initially from Laco, a 19-yard run to extend the drive. They face another 4th down. This time Laco throws, finds Felder into the end zone, touchdown Huntington. The defense holds, runs out the clock, and the Highlanders win 21-17. Back and forth, these two teams went. They kept trading punches.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely unbelievable game. It really was. I can't remember a game like this in a long time for Marshall or Huntington. And it's like I say, these kids, this was a get over the hump or don't. I mean, as Billy Seals said, one game does not make a season. But it's an important game because you're now 3-0. You're going to be up in the rankings, and you're going to get points because Midland is going to beat a lot of people.
Yep.
So you're going to get points from them the rest of the year. But how about these stats? Huntington rushed 14 times for only 60 yards. 9 rushes, 61 yards for the quarterback. I mean, he did the work, and I think, I do have his last couple of runs. I want to make sure. 9 for 61. He leads the way. But he only completes 3 of 12. But it's for a 23-yard catch to Jones, a 40-yard touchdown to Felder at the end, and then the huge 76-yard touchdown to Waynick. Waynick had that, plus a 70-yard kickoff return. And as we said, Khalif Ty with a big hit, knocked the ball loose. Curtis Jones could have fumbled the ball. Didn't, held on, went down.
Yep.
and saved the possession, that could have turned the whole game around again. Because then Midland would have been at the 40 with 1:29 to play and still one timeout. So, there were a lot of heroes in this game, and it wasn't pretty by any means. 8 first downs for Huntington in the game. I mean, the 3 passes net about 135 yards, 2 for touchdowns, and a kickoff return touchdown. You had a great job. I don't want to miss Scout Arthur because 3 punts for a 40.3 yard average, 1 pinned Midland in the long drive we talked about back at the 1 yard line. And that was almost a non-play because they were tired and they weren't chasing the ball. And suddenly Tyree Smith went, oh my gosh, we got to keep it from going in the end zone, and got it at the 1. So there were plays like that all night. But honestly, this is a great win in every sense of the word. You beat your rival, you stay undefeated, and you got to turn around, go to Charleston next week. GW is beating Hurricane 21-14. They are in the 4th quarter. That'll be in your next game, and then you follow that with a game of Capital. Always tough to go in the Kanawha Valley, especially back-to-back games. But once you're through that stretch, then they've got Spring Valley, Beckley, St. Albans here, at South Charleston, at Riverside. That's a pretty workable schedule down the last of it. If they can keep this streak going, though, this is a team that might be thinking about taking another trip to Wheeling. The last time they did that was 2013.
So by your count, 14 runs, 12 passes?
Yes.
So 26 total offensive plays. Jackson Fetty had about, 36 carries?
Yeah.
38 carries?
He carried the ball all night. He finished with 40 carries for 173 yards. But the big thing is, as you look down the list, there's not a single score by Fetty.
Nope.
Now they got Schmidt had a really nice ends around, bringing a wing back. He scored 2 of 3 times, 83 yards on just 3 carries and 2 touchdowns. But other than that, that was all the offense they had. I mean, really they scored on a couple of end rounds, a reverse, and Moran ran 6 times for 72 yards. He ran the ball hard, but they kept him out of the end zone also. They kept Wolf out of the end zone. They kept them from only 1 completion in unofficially 5 passes. His first one went for 12. Then at the end, he had a breakup and an interception. So, I mean, they had a ton of second-half first downs and finished with 8. That gave them 21 in the game. But one of the things, 5 penalties for minus 60 yards, that was a little bit of a bugaboo. Didn't have to punt all game. But, they rushed the ball at halftime and had 214 yards. I figure, they put another couple hundred up there. But Huntington found a way to get a stop. And, I mean, I remember they used to talk about Cleveland Browns when I was young. They talk about they had a defense that was like a rubber band. It bent, but it didn't break.
Yep.
And that's what the Huntington defense did tonight. They bent all night. They held Midland to a field goal on their first long drive, 2 touchdowns by Schmidt, and terrific takeaways and big plays lead to a victory.
Huntington finds a way to take it 21-17 over Cabell Midland. We'll take one more final break, bring it back, maybe take a look around some scores throughout the state. You're listening to Huntington High School football after the victory over Cabell Midland on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me? He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast. It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
98 through the air, or no, total offense on 26 plays. 26 for 198. They had 138 passing.
Wonderland will be open till midnight every Friday with half-price pizzas. Get the gang together for laser tag and weather permitting.
3 of 12.
The Friday night fun doesn't have to stop when the game ends. Tell all your friends to meet you after the game at Billy Bob's Wonderland.
You can bring it back whenever he's got his break in.
Drugs
Okay.
can take everything from you.
I was doing everything.
Then you'll take a look around some scores.
No, we'll just throw a spread. Yeah, I mean, that's you know, the
That's
Metro.
what they'll do, yeah.
Listen, maybe
OVP Health.
Coastal Carolina 35-22.
Now today, I wake up every day wanting to do better, wanting to.
In the third quarter.
To find an OVP Health location
Duke
near you,
there's
visit
only
us at
2 touchdowns up on
NCAA, huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here right now.
Then we got Boise State.
This is Huntington Highlanders football on ESPN 94.1 FM and
Stadium. Huntington takes it 21-17 over Cabell. Midland. The Highlanders will be back in action next Friday night when it travels to George Washington. The Knights will be at home for 2 games the next couple of weeks as they'll host Hurricane and Parkersburg over the next 2 weeks. But a big victory here tonight. Woody, really, what was the turning point to you? Obviously, and many turning points. Moran's 88-yard touchdown run gets called back on the holding, but obviously that fourth quarter drive, that go-ahead drive from Blanco's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, to take the ball with 5:23 and know that if you don't get a first down or two, that they're gonna run the game out and you'll never get the ball back. So he did a nice job. He rushed for 4. He had back-to-back passes broken up by one. Alex Smith, the corner, did a great job there. But then he ran for 19. That was big. Added 3 more. But he throws it away. Then he gets another pass broken up, this time by Schmidt, who catches it out of bounds. And on 4th and 7 at the 40, somehow Mari Felder beat his man down to the 10, gave him a little look inside, went outside, and scored. And then 3 plays later, it is over when the interception's made on the long pass. And I'm not sure what Wolf was thinking. They had such a good night. I mean, Huntington finished up with 26 plays total, 198 yards. Midland ended up total offense 60 plays, more than double, 364 yards. That's 175 more than Huntington, nearly as much as Huntington gained.
Yep.
So they double up on plays and yards and come up short. Yeah, and I had forgotten about the 88-yard was called back, and that was the silliest call back. They pitched it out to him. He was gone at the 20, and there at about the 25 or 30, somebody pushed somebody in the back or hell, and I'm like, he was already at the 50 by then. I just don't, I know you're trying to do your job, and you should hold up. If I had the answer to that, I'd be an NFL coach, because it happens even up there where people hitting the back all the time on long runs. But I think Huntington just found a way. They made enough big plays to counteract the constant attack, of the Empire. Was really pushing the Rebels hard all night. But, they found that little bomb that goes down there and blows up the Death Star. And Huntington walks away with the win after nuking the Cabell Midland Knights. Luke Salmon's got a heck of a club, and I sure wouldn't be wanting to be Hurricane, because that's his next game, and they will be in a nasty mood when they go up to play the Redskins.
Before we wrap it up, just a couple of thank yous to send down. First and foremost, you, the listener, for joining us for what was an exciting battle for the Shield between Cabell Midland and Huntington. Next, I'd like to thank the producer back in the studio, Gabriel Sellers. Big thanks to him for keeping us on the air throughout this contest. And last but not least, Woody, enjoyed another game. Second time I've been with you on the call for these Huntington High School football games. We got another good one.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. I mean, I'm getting too old for these kind of nail biters, but we had a great game. I'm so pleased. We have the video feed. We'll be able to go back and look at it and see it again sometime. And what a heck of a game it was. Appreciate Gabriel Sellers back in the studio, and of course Paul Swan, who's back at work. Paul and I will be over at the stage on 20th Street, 3:30 tomorrow, as Marshall welcomes North Carolina Central for a game tomorrow afternoon, 6:30 kickoff. So we hope you'll be there listening in on ESPN 94.1 100.1 and AM 930 as well as 93.7 The Dog. We're going to send it to Metro News for the high school scoreboard, but let's get you caught up on the college game. In the third quarter, Coastal Carolina leads visiting Kansas 35-22. What a big win that will be for them. Duke is up on North Carolina A&T in the third quarter, 28-14. North Dakota, Utah State have been delayed by weather. And finally, Boise State leads UTEP out in Idaho 10-3 now, that game nearing the end of the first quarter.
All right, that does it for us. Woody and I will be back next Friday when the Highlanders take on George Washington. Until then, we'll talk to you then.